This project right here, number one, is what I was telling you about, and that stuff right there setting up real good. I put it real thin right there, and I mean real thick, so it'll take a little extra to set up there, but that's coming along really good there. Let's move that out of the way. And right there is that Cracker Barrel toothpick. I'm gonna put that back up there. I got 3 of them lined up right there on them 2 screws right there. If you get them screws in there just right, level, true and plumb to theirself, then you can lay your Cracker Barrel toothpicks, if the spacing is correct, across that where that it's the thread pitch. You know how what thread they are to the circle, the roundness of a Cracker Barrel toothpick. And I think it's about 3/32, you know, just thinking out loud. It's not an 1/8 yet. Not to stray. The reasoning, I guess, was this ek-magneto thing I got here. But we got this thing right here now. Y'all see this little thing right here? The piston is seized into this cylinder here. And so I'm going to put some, I've not had this very long. That's one of them Mancino steam engine made in England. And so I think what we're going to do, you know, just a little project ongoing as, you know, we develop a, you know, some kind of work ethic, let's say. You know, work on this thing a little bit like a, I don't know if I'm going to go to the complete, probably will, to build a carousel, you know, out of, I think it's a erector set. I think what we'll do is we will take a couple of erector sets and construct, and we'll put that on that workbench in there in the house. A little project for this right here. Get this thing going, and we'll set a fire under here, and we'll have to build us a fire tray, get this freed up, and whatever else it needs, you know, take care of it, and make up some steam and get this thing where it cranks. But you know, I'm not confident it's going to have enough power to operate a moving object. But we're going to give it a try. You know what I mean? We're going to give it a try. I like the little thing. So let's get on with that project right there. I guess, you know, let's just go ahead and call that project number 1 here in Middle Tennessee. Is this right here. We'll get in there and get started on that. And project number 2, I'll show you something. Project number 2 is this right here. I done went and got this. I this a few days ago. I was tipped off to it on here on the YouTube, I guess it was, that the comment come in about this thing right here. It's back and forth, and they done sent me one of these things here, and let's open it up here and see what does it look like. And I still have to go to Arkansas in the truck and the trailer and bring back a couple more engines, and I'm gonna save this over and put it on one of them engines to test it. We're gonna test this right here. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, it's a good hefty box. So look at that. Oh, I'll have to open that up right there. I'll have to get the screwdriver. It's got screws in it there. I'll have to take that thing apart right there. Look in yonder. Oh, it's got a screw here, a screw there with a slot. I think it was meant to be took apart. You know, probably an adjustment or something. I'm just guessing on the first. And I'm going to read this to you right here. Heritage Machine Works Incorporated, Wellman, Iowa. Spark box. The EK alternative trademarked heritagemachineworks.com. That's the logo right there. I like it. That's good. You know, for today's world, that's really good right there. And I can tell you what, it's not the project for today though. We have to get the engine here. So this is an upcoming project. And you know what? I've got some paint that was sent to me over a year ago for a Maytag. Dude is got some paint that he sells, and he sent me a couple cans of that to try out. And you know, I got that move going on, and I forgot about that. But I ain't forgot it. It's just I had to put it aside. But right here is the project for tonight. It's one of them statue things that goes out there in the flower garden. And she met. Right here she is. I'll show you. This right here goes up here, and with this thing right here, I think she'll balance herself. And so I got some of that sticky stuff right there for concrete. So I'm gonna put a lot of it on there, and I'm gonna leave her sit here for a day or two and see if she is okay to put out there in the flower garden, because I really like her. I've had her for a long time. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But I cut the end off of that, and I stuck a stick down in there, and it didn't have no foil on it. But I'm gonna put a whole lot of that right out there on that. Way got more than enough. I don't know though. I tell you what, I was expecting. I was expecting a more granular, you know, with some sand or something in it mixed right there. Oh, that's new on me. But, oh, that's ample enough. Because I'm going to put a whole gob of it around her. You know, kind of contour it up there. But there's a mold line right there. If you get that mold right, and okay, see it matched in the same grain pattern. Right there, that's a perfect fit, and it oozed out. It oozed out. You'll be able to see it up here all the way around it. So I'm confident that right there is real good. And I'll take my finger and contour that right there, all of it at one time. So that right there is about perfect right there. You know, that's real good. So, and that's a clean break right there. Really, really clean. But it has been laying out there in the mud. I don't think that'd be no problem. But I think, now, you know, I ain't no pro on this. I mean, you know, I've seen this done before, but actually this right here is the only time I've ever did this. So, you know, we out here, let's say we were repairing without experience. Yeah. But I think this stuff is really, 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 really sticky. I think that's the good part of it. So I put way too much on all three pieces, and you know, I think, and it's a lot. So I don't think I should put nothing on the other part, because I think when I set that down on there and line her up, and it all oozes out, and I take that finger and contour it around, I think everything will be cool. So you match up. Where was she at right there? I'll even around a little more. Oh, okay. She actually leans a little further forward than what is apparent. But what I'm doing, I'm pushing down and kind of putting the wiggle to her so that the grain pattern on all three of them will be the same. You know, they'll match up, and all the ones I felt that do that. So, and what I was talking about, see, I just take, I think this is the correct way to do this. But because of the grain structure on these columns right here, and doing it like that right there, it actually looks like that's a rock right there, and even up above her belt right there. And you know, I think actually, I don't think I need to add none so far. Just kind of contoured up like that right there. That's real easy right there. Anybody could do that right there. It's marble or something, you know, like a rock cut. Oh, you want to be careful. I should have her on that turntable everywhere for sure. I really should. Because you don't want to bobble her top part off up there after you've done worked up this seam right here. Actually, it ain't right. She needs to come forward. Oh, oh, that's right now. Yeah, you know the reason I questioned that is when I got back here at the back, none of this stuff here had oozed out right over there, and I could immediately see the misalignment. You know. To the point where I'm going to put some more right up in there. You know, right there, I want a whole gob on there for support. And that's on that back side right there. Now, you see what just happened? I don't think you did. Yeah, that added a lot of support right there. What happened is that tube right there had some, you know, I left pressure on that trigger, on this, on that tube of stuff right there. That's some kind of latex stuff, you know. And like I say, I'm going to build that up a little bit thick. I think that's desirable. You know, to the point where you leave a gap on the upper side, and moisture get up in there. You know, that's the reason you do this right here. Just kind of taper it into itself. Little wind chime outside the building right there. I left the door about halfway open. See, right there's an undercut. So I can taper all that in to the upper side, and it'll add a lot of support in that area. I mean, you know, I know that from, and see, when you do it like that right there, taper all that in, it's just like her dress, the same pattern. You know, I think we're good to go here, you know. So, oh no, I'm going to put a little more down there on that bottom right down there, you know. I got it. I think it's going to be super strong. You know, just kind of, see, and I want to kind of swirl and feather and flatten where it's the same pattern as that stone. And this is paintable, and we're going to paint it, you know, for sure. But I think it's a latex product. I should read and see what that is. Now y'all come on back next week there and we'll fix something else. A little something for the flower garden, that's all.